and I'm not going to address it again. Now, I don't care what gets said after what I say now. I couldn't care less. I really, really don't. I really don't. I'm going to crack on doing my FYP shows. My personal life and my relationships has got fuck all to do with anybody on TikTok. No one. No FYP host, nothing, and that's it. And my children, I've got nothing to do with anybody on TikTok. That's why my kids don't come on TikTok. Do you understand? I'm going to address it because Talia decided to bring it to the app. Okay, and that's why I'm going to address it, because what I heard wasn't nice. Right? Now, let's get a few things off my chest. Number one, I would never bring Talia's kids on TikTok, no matter how much, you know what I mean, we didn't get on. I would not bring Talia's children to TikTok. Now, regardless of mine and Talia's breakup, regardless if she does not, my children or children do not like her, right, she should not be bringing them to this platform and mentioning their names. She shouldn't, no matter how much she hates them. It's disrespectful to my kids, it's disrespectful to me. It don't look very good on her, and it don't shade and all. It means there's literally zero respect for me or my kids, and zero respect for anybody else, and I find that really hurtful. I find it hurtful because I would not bring her kids onto this platform. I love her kids, I really, really do. I really love her, you know what I mean? I really love her kids. So I'm really hurt that she decided to bring my kids up and not only call them fat, but call me fat as well. At the end of the day, yeah, my kids are a little bit older than Talia's kids, but in another light, she should be the adult about this, you know what I mean? It's the adults, you know what I mean? And to have people in a box wall gloating on this situation, it's really, really bad. My daughters don't like Talia, I understand, they don't. And they have said to me on many occasions, you know what I mean, get rid of her, or I don't know what I mean. And I had a great, you know what I mean, I had a great relationship with my children until I met Talia, and that's a fact. I did have a great relationship. Talia's got a good heart. She did invite him up for a certain Father's Day. They let her down. She was very annoyed that she'd gone out of her way to do something and they couldn't attend. Don't forget, they live miles away from where I live. They live in Worcester, do you know what I mean? They don't drive, so maybe it's a little bit difficult, but I understand Talia's gone out of her way to do something nice. Anyway, it's led to an argument, etc, etc, and obviously Talia's going to naturally think I'm going to absolutely stand up for her and stick up for her, and then obviously my daughters are saying, why aren't you sticking up for me? And then my daughters haven't really spoke to me since obviously me being with Talia, because they feel like after the argument, and it was only a petty argument, it was nothing serious, that I should defend them and get rid of Talia and be with them, and vice versa. Talia thinks the same, so I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I really, really am. And it's very difficult for me. Exactly the same with the baby mother, do you know what I mean? My little child, obviously, she don't like Talia, she really don't. And she blackmailed me and said, if you don't get rid of Talia, you can't see your daughter, and that's facts, that's straight up facts. I've still got the voice recording. That's what she said, and that's to my mother's brother's ashes. Get rid of Talia, and you can see your daughter. Instead, I went to court and got a C100, and now I had to see, I went through the courts to see my, because I want anybody dictate to me when I can and can't see my child, and who I can and can't be within a relationship. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's it. But my kids are a little bit older than yours, Belladonna. Do you know what I mean? They're girls, they've got their own boyfriends, they've got their own jobs. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, man, I'm 39 years of age. I've got a fucking 23-year-old daughter. I've got a 20-year-old daughter. I mean, I've got older kids. You know what I'm saying? Hang on. So anyway, yeah, but at the end of the day, everyone's happiness should come sort of my kids. Everyone else does come first. All right. Now, yesterday, my ex-wife, who I was with for a very long time, since we were kids. We haven't been together for how long now? 9 years, maybe 9 years. I used to own a big house with her, and back in 2020, we weren't even together. There was a council tax bill that she's just got now, and she kindly asked me to pay for it. A council tax bill, that's what it is. And if you see on the screen here, which I prove, there's the bill being paid at the top, you know what I mean? And there's obviously the bill at the bottom where I had to fill in a code to get it paid, because otherwise bailiffs was going to come to the door. I didn't even know about this bill. I know I had one at my house ages ago, but I forgot all about it. Anyway, I paid it because it was my bill. It had nothing to do with her. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with her. Because she's fired up alive today, Susie. Do you think I want to come on here and explain my financial situations or speak about my own children? Do you think I want to do that? Do you think I want to? But no. And this is the difficulty of living with somebody with fucking BPD, EUPD. It's really hard. If you're not cheating on them, you're keeping secrets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Talia knows everything there is to know about me. Everything there is to know about me. Mods, can you get rid of every negative comment in here? Every negative comment, block them. I don't mute, block. I don't even give them a chance. Soon if they say fart or arse, or even if they say fuck, block them. They can say whatever they want. Even if they say wiggy, block. Don't let anybody in there, because if everyone's getting blocked today, every single one of you, do you know what I mean? So make it count. All right. So I mean, it's absolutely horrible, yeah, that she'll bring my kids. She said to me, because obviously Talia's been in a lot of relationships over the years. She said, and she's never brought any of her past relationships to the app. And she said to me, I would never, ever, ever, if we separate, bring up our relationship to TikTok. I won't do it. She's doing it to me now. Like, why do it? Like, are you trying to get a reaction from me? Do you want us to get back together? I'm not, like, because this is the wrong way about it. I don't want this. I'm not going to put up, you know what I mean? I'm not going to put up with this. I ain't going to put up with this kind of abuse. I just want a fucking peaceful life. I want to be in peace. I don't want to be fucking emotionally fucking dragged from pillar to post. I don't want it. I'd rather be on my own. I'd rather live in a tent. But I can't have my kids brought up, regardless how much she hates them. That's fine. She don't like them. They don't like her. So I'm piggy in the middle. And then she's going, oh, my daughter's got a secret saying I've never cheated on Talia in my life. My daughter can be a little bit of a shit. But there isn't nothing on this planet that Talia doesn't know about me. Can I be honest with you guys, please? Listen, how you doing, Kerry? Can I be honest with everyone? Evil Queen, Chelsea Harwood, right, brought up everything on this, brought everything up on this app, right, that everyone knew. There was nothing that she didn't know. Even the stuff that Talia found out eventually when I decided to tell her, Evil Queen already knew. Chelsea knew. There's nothing out there. I've had conversations, like I messaged my daughter today, saying, what are you doing winding her up? You know she's got EUPD. Why are you saying stuff to her for? You need to phone her up. She goes, I don't want to speak to her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want nothing to do with her. Why is she bringing me up for? Which is rightfully so, because you've met my daughters. They've both been on social media. And if some of you remember, a few months ago, probably around about 6 months ago, my daughter came on and she was singing. Do you remember her singing? And my other daughter, they're both my daughters. Do you remember them singing in the boxes? I don't know if you remember my daughters on that app singing, but they decided to come on one day. So like I said, and many times my daughters always said pleasant stuff about me and great, because like I said, we've always had, yeah, do you remember them, Lol? We've always maintained a great relationship, but they don't like Talia. They don't like how Talia goes on. They don't like Talia's attitude. They don't know how Talia goes across the app. They don't like the way I've acted over the app, the way I've gone on. And maybe it's embarrassing for them, do you know what I mean? They get a little bit embarrassed, you know what I mean? They don't, obviously, my FYP shows and how I am now with you guys, yeah, they enjoy, but not anything else. They don't like the madness, you know what I mean? People trying to give it the big end and shout at me on air, do you know what I mean? They know what I'm about off the app. Do you understand? So it isn't good. And for somebody who claims to love me and give a fuck about me, if she give a fuck or loved me, okay, look, she said, I love this man more than anything. Why then would you come up and mention my daughters? Why are you coming on TikTok to get an audience? You're only making things a million times work. It makes me make sure that, you know what I mean, whatever, all the decisions I make is the right decision. I'm better off on my own. I haven't seen, she said Talia a week. I haven't seen Talia for 2 weeks, not 1 week, over 2 weeks we haven't been together. So I don't know where she's saying a week, because it's been over 2. But I can't, I literally, how you doing, Amanda? I can't have her come on and slate my daughters, no matter how much she hates them. Okay, that's fine. And I know they've said things to her, and I understand, but she should be the bigger person. She should be the bigger person. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, and my daughter's very big looking. My daughter, who I love dearly, even though she's a shithouse, is, you know, she's very overweight, God bless her. And, no, it's, you know what I mean? It's, Talia shouldn't be mentioned in a way either. She should be the better person. She's old enough to be a mum, and she is. In fact, her mum and Talia are the same age. Exactly the same age. So I'll play the video in a minute, Shell. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I would never, ever, ever say anything. Or the only thing I'd say about Talia's kids is that I love them. I love them dearly, and they love me. Absolutely, they love me. Alright, absolutely adore him. Our son is fucking beautiful. He's a lovely lad. Absolutely love the kid, and he loves me. We get on like an house on fire. We really, really do. God bless him. I miss him. But I can't live in a nut house. I really can't. Don't forget, I know she has a good days, and she does, but I can't handle this constant bickering back and forth, not knowing what's going to happen next. The eggshells, you know what I mean? Shouting up stuff on TikTok that she don't need to bring on there. Because me and Talia had many fucking happy times, you know what I mean? Very many happy times. And I have done, no matter what she says, a lot for that lady. Took her on many holidays, took care of her, I've always had her back. Do you know what I mean? I moved out my place in Stratford to be with her and to get all this, and don't know what she's going to do tomorrow. Yeah, my daughter's lovely. She's just a shitter. And how my daughter spoke to Talia is disgusting too. She should never have spoke to Talia the way she did. She shouldn't have. Talia is my girlfriend, is a mature woman. She should not have spoke to Talia like that. And that's me being honest. And I've already told my daughter that. You can't speak to her like that. Alright, but Talia shouldn't retaliate. What Talia should do is block and take no notice. There's nothing in this world now that no one could ever find out about me that's not already out on the media, or everybody knows. Every person has ever known me from here to the day I was fucking born. I've been on TikTok over the last 7 years. Don't forget, I'm one of the most longest TikTokers on here. Ask Evil Queen, there's Evil Queen, there's me, there's Elsa Frost, and there's CLA. You know what I mean? Obviously EQ was on a little bit longer than me, but only months. You know what I mean? We've been on here from the day dot, so there's nothing that no one's... I've been exposed on the app, I've been spoken about, everything that I've ever done on here, that's it. But I'm a good egg, right? I'm a good egg. Maybe a little bit naughty as a kid, but we all are. But I'm one of the good ones, no matter what anybody says about me. But I do not appreciate somebody who cares to claim to give a fuck